Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your average YouTuber, Unstoppable9426, and in this episode of the Bloodborne walkthrough, I will be going over tips and tricks for how to defeat the final boss of the Nightmare Mensis and one of the three possible final endgame bosses in this entire game, and that is Mergo's Wet Nurse. In terms of a final endgame boss, this fight sucks. But in terms of lore and just sheer wow factor, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it is a formless Great One as described in, you've heard about Great Ones throughout the entire game, and all of a sudden you actually finally get to fight the Great One. I mean, that's cool at all. It's just a shame that this fight is so bad. And when you see what I'm getting at, you'll understand. I've beaten this boss so many times that it's just like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is the fight just so bad? But anyway, on to the actual fight itself. Mergo's Wet Nurse has a lot of interesting attacks. For example, that one right there, if you come to this fight unprepared in terms of vitality, that can be a one-shot. Along with most of the sweeping all the blades in one motion style attacks. Those could end you in a hurry. Like right there, you get caught by that. It's very painful. Now this attack is a hilarious one because yeah, the nurse can still hit you, but this move is locked in until the nurse decides to stop moving. So it means you can just sit there and wail on it consistently, and if you've got a weapon like the Hunter Axe or the Burial Blade or something with really high rally potential, this fight's over because you can just gain all that health back and just keep wailing on it. Of course, as you see here, I'm using the Stake Driver and the Boom Hammer, so I don't really have stuff with that higher rally potential. Now, the nurse does have an interesting attack where it will spawn clones of itself and it envelop the arena in like a purple mist. You saw earlier in the video that it tried to do it, but I actually was able to stun lock it out of doing it, which is quite interesting. I've never had that happen to me before. But if it happens, and that is where you struggle, run in circles around the arena. Try to keep an eye on the nurse and the clones, but other than that, run in a circle around the arena. I have personally found that strategy to be somewhat useful. I'm just kidding, somewhat useful. It's very useful. Literally, just run in a circle around the arena, and as long as you just make sure you don't run into the nurse itself, you'll be fine. You will be just fine and dandy. Now, in terms of should you carry, how should you use your Quicksilver bullets, you might ask. There's no reason to shoot the thing. You can't break a limb or open a head for the visceral attack because, well, I mean, it's formless. So my honest guys recommendation, you can use the old Hunter Bone. I enjoy the old Hunter Bone for every boss fight though, so. And then on top of that, you can use the cannon. I know my first ever time I fought Mergo's Wet Nurse, I used the cannon. It is effective if you bone marrow ash it. See, right there, I stun locked the Wet Nurse out of doing that same attack again. Or the little purple mist type deal. Now, the nurse will teleport like that, but generally, it's just like to the left or to the right very slightly. As long as you just keep your distance and strafe around the Wet Nurse whenever it does its major attacks, you will be fine. This boss is very, like I said earlier, anti-climactic, and just a damn shame that one of the possible endgame bosses could be this, just a poor fight. But anyway, once you defeat Mergo's Wet Nurse, you will not get the usual Prey Slaughtered message. Instead, you're going to get something, wait for it, completely different. Wait for it. Nightmare slain. What that means is you actually just killed a legitimate Great One. On top of that, you get 1/3 of umbilical cord item from it, and this fight is over. Well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe to stay tuned to the rest of the walkthroughs, and share if you know someone who's struggling with this fight. Other than that, y'all have a great day.